Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XDC. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So we're going to talk about XDC. We're literally 3 days into the month of August, and XDC has been doing big things since the first day of August. So let's take a look. How blockchain technology can revolutionize international trade. Blockchain technology has proven to be transparent and could make international trade transparent and even more secure. We know XDC is going to be huge in trade. So yes, Impel Official is becoming a superstar in the blockchain space, and it's built on XDC network. Impel is making waves the last few weeks. Big compliance bridge for ISO and messaging across networks plus wraps. That's big. And we've seen just what happened with Bitcoin. So Impel adds Bitcoin to ISO 222 financial messaging on XDC network. New cross-chain interoperability via WAN bridge provides more robust options for instant settlement. So a lot of people think that right there competes with XRP. But I said it in an XRP video and I'm going to say it here. These cryptocurrencies are not competing with each other. These bridges are happening for a reason. Everything is getting tied together for a reason. They're all part of the new financial system. So USDC was already in XDC network as early as July and was bridged by WAN chain. That's going to be massive for XDC moving forward. So the man played with shareholders' money and now jumped ship. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin maximalist CEO Saylor hands job to deputy, takes executive chair role. Now, I talked about this in an XRP video and I'm going to talk about it here also. So, he did not turn his back on shareholders or anything like that. He took a different role where he could be more focused on Bitcoin and crypto. And the thing is, it could be because of what's going on with Bitcoin. It's being tied to these other cryptocurrencies through bridges. It's getting tied to Flare, getting tied to ISO 222. So good things are happening for Bitcoin. And I don't care if you like Bitcoin or not. This is good for crypto as a whole. Bitcoin will now be around even after regulations come down. It's not just going to die and go away. So Impel adds Bitcoin to ISO 222 financial messaging on XDC. I think that might be why Michael Saylor wants to be more focused on it. So XDC, everyone is buying the dip right now, hoarding shares. And here's the thing. Whenever big news comes out, people want in. They want to get in now while the prices are still low. Now they could see the value in XDC. It takes little things. XDC, in my opinion, was already big. I invested in it a while ago because I know exactly how big it's going to become in the future. But it takes these kind of things, like bridges for Bitcoin, for people to want in now. People that weren't interested in it before. It's just like Algo. They're building the bridge for Bitcoin to Flare as an F asset. People want to buy into Algorand because of that reason. But Algorand's much bigger without that. It has a lot of use case, a lot of utility, as so does XDC. These cryptocurrencies are not competing with each other. They're not going to cancel each other out. They each have a unique utility that ties them to the new financial system. Beautiful confirmation, interconnecting our hybrid world to trade finance. If you look at this, you see QNT tied to CRDA. And then you see XDC, participants tied to Corda, tied to all of these other companies. This is exactly what's going on. We know XDC and QNT are tied together. Eventually, we're going to see XDC tied to XRP, probably because of the ledger. We know XDC will be tied to Flare. They're all going to tie to each other. They're not competing with each other. They're building something much bigger than that. It's just hard to see it right now. This new financial system is going to be massive. It's every single country. It's trade, banking, everything, cross-border payments. This is much bigger than just talking about it. You have to envision the size of this thing. It's massive. So Trotta, the first ever fully regulated trade finance backed fungible security token that gives access to the trade finance market to both retail and institutional investors, building on XDC network for speed, security, scalability, and low gas fees. That is massive also. You see what's happening with XDC? It's getting bigger and bigger. The value of XDC in the future is going to be huge. But the thing is, it's not that it's competing with XRP. XRP somehow, some way will be tied to it. XLM will be tied to it somehow, some way. All these cryptos are working together for one goal. Then we see this. So think about it like this. Everybody says that these coins will never be pegged to some sort of precious metal, right? We've heard it time and time again. That could never happen. But we just watched Russia get their new digital currency tied to palladium. Now, something that's this complex and this big, do you think it's still going to sit at 3-4 cents? You kidding me? I mean, we see it here tied to Flare. We see it tied to R3 Corda. We see the bridge right here. We see, and the thing is, it's hybrid. That's what's really great about it. But then we also see it tied to NFTs. We know it's going to be tied to Web3. We know it's tied to Metaverse. It's going to be big, and it cannot sit at 3 cents. That's why I still think when Christine Lagarde and everyone else talks about these stable coins being tied to something, right? Backed by something. That's what makes me think that they can be tied to precious metals, backed by precious metals. It makes more sense. They have to have a monetary value put on them. You can't get all of this done without a monetary value that's priced high. And then we see this. So QNT and XDC have held strong through the most recent storm. Very impressive. QNT is the future of complete interoperability and Web3. I can't say with 100% certainty that XDC will be around in 10 years and will have revolutionized trade finance and will have killed Ethereum. I don't think Ethereum even stands a chance against XDC, honestly. And I think even with the latest announcements as far as XDC, it just solidifies the fact that Ethereum will never be able to compete in the future. The technology behind XDC is so much more advanced. Plus the fees? Come on. So swoop one up while it's still available. These NFT provides lifetime XDC yields and access to Web3 support, all while helping decentralize the XDC network. Sounds like a deal to me. And again, we see passive income opportunities with XDC. We see NFTs. We see all of it coming together. MetaBlocks announces launch on new XDC blockchain-based Metaverse project. The term Metaverse was all the rage in 2021. But as the dust cleared, several outstanding initiatives emerged. MetaBlocks is one of the newer names in the Web3 sector. That's what I'm talking about. This is going to continue to grow. Metaverse is going to get bigger. Web3 is going to launch, and it's going to be massive. NFTs are gaining utility use case. Then on top of that, you have the ties to the new financial system. You have the ties from XDC to Flare to QNT. This is going to be big. It's the fourth industrial revolution. It's bigger than what you can imagine. All the world's trade, all the world's money, all of these cryptos working together to create one massive, massive system. Know what you hold. We're almost there. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.